Right, I'm going to run for a series of, I'm looking out the window at the moment. I'm going to run for a series of pictures of the van. I brought the insulation in. And it's got to be fitted down. And I'm going to run for a series of pictures in the van. The one is when it was raining and how the bed was when I first got the van. And then I gutted it all out. I don't know if I've got any pictures of that. Don't think I have. Can't find any. And then after that was when I did the floor. Then when I put the insulation down. And then when I put the board on top at the moment. And then the next one is where we are now, which is the insulation. So it's a bit of a long one, but it's taken me a long while to do. I'll add it all together. And then the next one will be a long one where hopefully you'll see the progress of how far we get. Okay, bye. Right, oh, I'm out of breath. I'm just having a bit of a tidy up. Right, as you can see, I've cut lots of wood. A lot of this wood is what I took out of the van when I dismantled it, or when I took it all to pieces. So, yeah, there's some decent bits of wood. These battens here, they're for roofing really, but it's cheap. So, being I don't need fancy wood, because it's all going to go behind, there's going to be a board over the top of it. Right, so, the original board that was on the walls, I took the whole of that side down. I only took half of this side down because the electrics are on that bit, so I've got to move the electrics first. But from that, what I did was I managed to saw it up, and then that gave me the flooring. So I've managed to, between the two boards, I've managed to get one layer of flooring to go over all the insulation, the silver and everything. And now, as you can see, I've covered, what's that? As you can see, I've covered the, let's get that out of the way. I've covered the wheel arches with silver, and behind the back here, that's got to be fixed. But I also managed to rescue the wheel arch pieces of wood. There's one there and there's another one that's outside the van at the moment. So the other one is full length there. So what I'm going to do now, I tidied up a bit, some of the sawdust. So what I'm going to do now, Kobe's at the front now. I've put a blanket over the window. He's got the small fan going. I don't know if you can see the, there it is, there's the fan. My radio's charging. Been listening to the radio while I've been out here. BBC World Service. Yeah, so anyway, that piece of wood there and this bit here, that's where the bed's going to go. And then I've fixed a piece of wood that side and one that side. It's bolted solid, as you can see. And that's where the bunk beds are going to go. So what's going to happen is they're going to, when they go up, they're going to have a stick prop here. And then I might hang them from the ceiling actually on chains. I'll see how it goes, what's the best way. And so when they're not in use, they'll fold down against that wall and act as like a headboard or a footboard for the bed. I'm not filling in those recesses because on both sides, because I'm only 5 foot tall, but if I sell the van and I sell it to someone that's 6 foot or taller, normally 6 foot, and 6'2". The van from side to side is 6'4". So if I leave those bits vacant, first of all I can use them as a little shelf area, and then if I sell the van, it gives whoever sleeps in the bed next time 6'4" length, you know, like, because the bed's going across the van opposed to long ways. So yeah, you have to think of these things. It's all very well building the van to how you want it, but if you want to sell it at a later date, you know, not everyone's 5 foot tall. So that will give them headroom and footroom to be able to sleep comfortably. Above that, that's all going to be boarded in and insulation, which is the job I'm doing next. So the wheel arches, I've cut the wood to be able to put seats there. So this bed at the bottom, it's going to be a semi-single, which means it's neither double nor single. It's a bit wider than a single, but that'd be enough for me. And I've put a long piece of wood in so that I can put another piece of wood underneath it, so that I can pull it out into a double if I need to. And then that'll give me 2 singles above, a double at the bottom, and then at the front where the kitchen is now, because I'm moving the kitchen, I'm moving it to there. It's there at the moment, and I'm moving it over to there. And then at the front, I'm going to take out, you've got a driver's seat and then a double seat, 2 passengers. So I'm going to take out the 2 passengers, and I'm going to put that back to back to the driver's seat. And where it is at the moment, I'm going to put in a captain's seat there, one that spins around, just a single. So that would be easier for me as the driver to be able to just get out of my driving seat and just walk through. Because at the moment you have to climb over everything. It's a bit ridiculous. I end up breaking my leg. But the double seat, I'm going to put that where the driver's back to back, so that when you're sitting in it, you're facing the back of the van. And then where the kitchen unit is at the moment, where we can see the back of the kitchen unit, I've got my friend of mine's given me 2 more seats with seat belts. So I'm going to put 2 seats there, and then put a skinny table off the wall, so that you can sit at the table, a bit like when you're on a train or something, you know. And that can also turn into a double bed. Well, I'll make it so that it turns into a double bed as well, so that sleeps 6 people. Because I found out on the logbook, the V5 on the van, I found out that the van has actually, on the V5, it's got 6 seat-belted seats. And at the moment, there's only 3 in there. So that means I can put another 3 seats in, which is what I'm going to do. So there's only 3 seats at the moment. So if I do 2 and 2 behind, and then the 2 at the front, that gives me the 6 seats that I want, and then it sleeps 6 people. Now, the problem I'm having at the moment is the layout. So I'm trying to figure it out how I can, if I can, I'm not worried if I can't, get a wardrobe in here somewhere where I can hang clothes. I might put something skinny right at the back here, just something thin. I don't have loads of clothes that need hanging up, but there are a few bits, so it's nice to be able to hang the clothes up. Other than that, all along the top there where it's all silver, up this end it's just going to be filled in because the bed's going to be there. But further along, up there you've got a microwave at the moment, that's going. I don't want a microwave. But along the top up there, I'm going to put units. I bought this nice little unit here. I bought it from the charity shop, and it cost me £2. It's upside down at the moment. Yeah, but it's not heavy, it's a lightweight one. Light. So I'm going to cut that in half on an angle, and that'll give me 2 cupboards. I'm going to put that up there above the kitchen, and then I'll have to make some units, or I'll keep an eye out and see how it goes. But to tell the truth, at the moment I'm just thinking as I go along here. Nothing's pre-planned. So yep, I'll video again later. It is hot. It's really hot weather. Really beautiful day. Hot weather. Like I say, Kobe's up the front. He's got the fan, the window's open, curtain up the window. He's got water up there. I've tried leaving him indoors. He just howls. He don't want to be indoors. He likes sitting out here. So, I mean, he's cooler up the front than what I am in the back. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can done today. And start off by, I've got to get the insulation out from the garden. It's also James's birthday party. Not this weekend, coming next weekend. So we're trying to get the garden ready for his birthday party. Yesterday, I painted that wall. My son put his hydroponic system up. He sells them. I'll tell you about them at a later date. He sells these hydroponic systems. Painted the gate and that. As you can see, the fence is all tatty. That needs painting. There's my insulation. I've got to take that and put that in the van. This morning, I painted 2 chairs. And the table needs mending. So I'm going to do that later on this evening. And paint the table. And I've got 2 more chairs. Giant Jim's gone out at the moment. They're going to get some bolts for me because the bolts on the chairs, on the other 2 chairs, have gone. Don't know where they've gone, but they're gone. I bought a couple of gazebos. That was only cheap. That was really cheap. Less than £100 for 2. So, and they're pop-up ones. They're not the ones that you stick together with, drive you crazy. They're pop-up, you know. You just pull it out and it pops up. So I thought that was a really good deal. So now I'm going to grab the insulation from here. One of them anyway, because there's 2 there. I bought too many, I think. I'm going to grab one of those, take it in the van to chop it up, because I can't chop it up around here because, you know, it all turns into tiny little bits. I don't want the kids or the birds or animals eating it. So if I do it in the van, I can contain it a bit. And that's what I'm doing. I'm struggling a bit at the moment with breathing because it's so hot. Tom's enjoying himself. He's having a great time. And, yeah, anyway. Garden looks a bit of a mess. Baby was sitting out here this morning with me. She's got out with Mum and Dad now. She was sitting out here doing her drawing while she was watching me painting. But it is hot. So I'm going to spend an hour in the van. I might not spend that long actually. And do the insulation. Put the polystyrene in first, just along the bottom now, and this one, and then put the sheep's wool, then the silver foil over the top, and then with this bottom one, because I've rescued the original panel, I'm going to put the original panel back in. I haven't insulated, I'm not going to insulate it either, where the oven and sink goes. I don't need to. Apart from that, I need to make a hole in the floor for the drain and all that. And I also need to make some drill holes in the floor for the gas cylinder, just in case it leaks or whatever, you know. Yeah. Right, so, love you lots. Don't forget to love yourselves. Keep an eye on what we're doing and see how it goes. Bye-bye.